Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving this. This is the 2020 BMW X6. Come on, swipe up. Okay, don't disappoint me. You can see the key has nothing as such here. It's very disappointing though. And this is the third generation of the BMW X6 based on the X5. You can call it the X5 Coupé. This is a twin power turbo engine, says BMW right there. The engine bay is a work of art in every BMW car. Looks so freaking awesome. There's insulation right there. This is the X-Drive 40i model, which is kind of the base version which has been offered in India, ironically and disappointingly as well. Now, of course, the design wise, it looks very much like the X5 because it is based on the X5. And let's straight away look at the lights because they are beautiful. Alright, these are not just LED lights, these are BMW laser lights. You can see the blue tinge on the inside. Fantastic throw at night, looks lovely as well, but there is no headlight washer on offer here. And this is the fog lamp, of course, LEDs. Front parking sensors, there's a front camera which is actually not there, it's missing. A front camera is missing on this car. So a lot of optional kit you can opt for in this car. In fact, this car is fitted with LED grill. Yeah, LED grill. So basically the grill glows at night and looks absolutely rad. And you can see it is open right now. As soon as you turn off the car, this grill will close. Yeah, that's so sweet. Why so? Simply so that when it's not needed, it's closed. When it's needed, it opens to breathe. However, at high speeds, it closes so that it reduces the resistance, thereby increasing or improving the aerodynamics of this car as well. Now, of course, this is the third generation, which means it is longer, it is wider, and it is, squatted. So, the height is reduced. I mean, it sits lower as well. Now, when you come to the side, you realize that this is a coupe. Yeah, that's right. This is the car which is notorious for starting this very segment. Okay, I know SsangYong did it before, 1-2 years before, but nobody really cares a jack shit about SsangYong. BMW started this very segment of SUV coupes, which still doesn't make any sense to me. With the X6 in 2008, you see the sloping roofline. Well, that is the reason why it is an SAV, sports activity vehicle, but I think they all call all the other cars as well as a sports activity vehicle. Sloping roofline, and because of the sloping roofline, well, it compromises on the headroom at the rear, it compromises on the boot space as well. But hey, it looks different. I didn't say it looks good, I said it looks different. Yeah, but the problem is that BMW is, straying away for what they're known for. Originality. I mean, this is an original design, of course, but what the hell is this? Fake vents on a X6. Why? M badging is there because this is the M Sport. Fine, I will take it. This is not a proper M, but it has an M badging, no problemo. But why do we have fake vents? And side is not the only place where it has it. It has it at the rear as well, but we'll come to that in a bit. Again, disappointingly though, the tire size is fine, 275/45. However, the wheel size is 20, which is a tad bit small for a car of this size. We need bigger size wheels, 21s or 22s. Of course, they are optional. BMW will take a lot of money from you to give you whatever you want on this car because there is a lot of possibilities in terms of optional equipment. Okay, M badging, rather M colored brake calipers look nice. M written here on the wheels as well. Disc size is massive, that's what she said. Okay, there you can see that is functional. And this color looks really very rad. In fact, this color matches with the 2 Series Coupe which I was reviewing recently. Now, when you come to the rear, you realize that the size of the rear tire is even bigger. Yeah, that's right, even bigger. 305/40/20s. Yeah, just imagine if you get 315s, 21s. That will be crazy. Wheel design looks nice, small, 21, 22, whatever. Anyways, we need 21, 22, I meant. M badging on the brake calipers as well. M badging here on the wheels too. The wheels are so big now, I'll show you. I mean, the size of the tire, the width is super big. You can see that, although bigger wheels would do justice to the car further still. And it's got parking sensors both at the front as well as the rear. Something very un-BMW like is the finish on the fuel lid. Okay, it just doesn't seem to align well. You can see it's not aligned properly. It's jutting a bit out. I was completely shocked that why is it so? Why is it not properly aligned? And I'm also a little bit shocked on the powertrain choices which BMW India has opted for. Why offer an X-Drive 40i? We need an X-Drive 50i in India, or we actually need the X6M. From the rear, this is where either you love it or you hate it, and many people would say it looks hideous, but people like it because it's different, so people buy it because it's different. But anyways, we're not going to be discussing about that. I'm going to show you this super subtle spoiler which does absolutely nothing for the aerodynamics of this car, and because there's a spoiler here, there should be some here as well. So this is sort of a spoiler, might remind you of a certain Lamborghini in terms of the treatment of things. Meanwhile, okay, this is based on the X5. However, the obliques of this car, rather the sides, a little bit more haunched out, a little bit more muscular, which you can see. Okay, it just feels like it's hit the gym a lot more, and hips don't lie. I'm talking crap, but you have to see the car in person to really realize the stance is just mind-bogglingly phenomenal of this BMW X6. The only reason why you would want to buy one, okay, there's nothing here. There's nothing. There's no puddle lamp. There's no parking camera. Heck, there's no request sensor on this car. Can you freaking believe it? There's no request sensor in a car which costs 1.12 crores. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, enough of shouting. Let's get back to the rear. Now the lights look really very nice. Okay, Coupé lights of BMWs look super duper awesome. X-Drive 40i it says here. This is a reverse fog light. Okay, and here you don't get it because that is probably for the reflector. Indicator looks really very nice. In fact, the lights look beautiful at night. What doesn't look beautiful at night or in day or in the afternoon or in the evening is this fake stuff going on here. Okay, we don't need any stick of truth because I've got the stick of fingers, rather the truth of fingers. Why is this fake? What is BMW trying to achieve by giving us fake stuff? I simply do not understand. Alright, you've got reverse parking sensors, you've got a towing hook, sort of a diffuser treatment, and real exhaust. Yeah, that's right, real exhaust with a chrome outline. That also looks really very nice. In fact, tell me one thing, do you like the car from the rear or not? You obviously get a shark fin antenna, and because of the roofline being sloping, see, this is actually robbing into the practicality. Which begs the question, you're paying more money to buy a car with less headroom, with rather a hideously designed rear and less boot space as well, smaller sunroof and whatnot. Why? Well, because you want to stand out, and many people buy this logic. Anyways, let's open the boot of the BMW X6, which means pressing a button here, and there the boot opens. Now, of course, the boot is smaller than the X5 because the height of the boot has reduced dramatically. But the boot is decent size, not that bad actually. In fact, there is storage space here, which is occupied by the rear tire, rather the spare tire occupies that. Neatly stored, everything very neat, very nice. I like it. In fact, it holds on to its own, which is also smart. In fact, abroad you do not get a spare wheel as standard probably, so there's storage space there as well. Okay, there, I think the first aid kit is kept there, and here of course there's a hook. You can recline the seat as well. Once again, there's a light placement right there, and there's a 12-volt charging socket here, so that's kind of practical. I like it. However, then I realized there's less space than the X5. That kind of doesn't make sense, right? However, it says X6 right here, just in case you're putting stuff in the boot and you're like, you know what, I need to keep more stuff. Now the problem is, in Josh we are trying to shut this up. Okay, it holds there, but that's nice. Okay, as long as you don't do that, which hampers the rear visibility, all is cool. Electric power tailgate. Press this button, that's the camera of the car. Rear camera, that is. I think that is the only camera on the car. There's no front camera here. However, attention to detail is really very sweet on this car. In fact, it says X6 right here as well. Yeah, X6 is written right there. Just to tell you, well, you are in a BMW X6. Meanwhile, let me show you another thing, okay? Let's open the boot once again. I missed one feature. Here, you see this button. You can pull this lever to recline the seat. Yeah, there you recline the seat. Now, this reclines in a 60-40 format. Let's close this for a bit. Let's get inside this car. All right. Let me tell you first thing first that the cabin is similar to the X5, and because the wheelbase is also the same, the space is also the same. Space, I'm saying not the lateral space. Let's put this back again. All right. In order to recline it from here, you can just press a button, and there, that's so easy to increase the boot carrying capacity. And if you really care about boot carrying capacity, you would never buy an X6. You would just get the X5. ISOFIX child seat mounts here. Doors are really robust. Like, love the quality, love the stitching. Feels really nice. In fact, this is really very premium. Even the door pockets are massive in terms of size, and beautiful treatment. You can see the light is blinking right now. So whenever you open the door, this light blinks, probably to tell the people behind that, you know what, there's a door open. You can't see the door, but you can see the light. I don't think that makes sense. But anyways, M badging here, which is also kind of cool. Seats are super duper awesome. You know why? Because of course they're BMW seats, so they have to be awesome. Getting inside is not an issue at all. However, the panoramic roof is a bit small. It only extends till here, rather it should extend even further. There's a light placement here, and of course you've got a sun blind too, which is a nice touch. Here we go. There's a sun blind as well, manually adjustable sun blind. Quality levels are fantastic. No height adjust for the seat belt. Ooh la la. And there is a hook here. There is no handle here. There is no handle anywhere. so I don't think anyone's going to be able to hold anything. Okay, the seat, you cannot actually adjust the recline angle of the seat, which is disappointing. And there is a cup holder here. Alright, there are two cup holders actually. There's storage space here below the armrest as well. Floor isn't completely flat, but it is quite bearable. And there is a 12-volt charging socket here. There's storage space here. There's another storage space here. Okay, this one is kind of deep. Okay, look at this finger test. This is, okay, actually, yeah, this is how much it goes in here. And this is how much it goes in. Okay, that's very weird. What am I talking? Rear AC vents. Alright, USB-C plug here. And this is basically an accessory wherein you can put a rear seat entertainment. Same is the case there as well. Again, a USB-C. In order to adjust the headrest, it's so easy. That's super duper awesome as well. Seat is actually quite comfortable. First and foremost, let me tell you, there's good amount of knee room and leg room on offer, which is very good. Scooped out seat back, magazine holder is there as well. Headroom is shockingly not bad at all for a person of my height. Look at this. My hair is not touching really because they've scooped. I mean, obviously the roofline is sloping, but what have they done? In order to ensure that your hair or head does not touch the roof, they have actually reduced the height of the seat, which at the end of the day results in a rather poor under thigh support for this car. Yeah, under thigh support is kind of poor here because the seat is lower and of course your knees are higher. It's kind of disappointing. What am I doing? Build quality is also pretty good on this car. In fact, rear seat is not really the place to be in because you sit so low. Ambient lighting looks really very nice on this vehicle, and seat is also quite comfortable. In fact, there is it's actually a 40-20-40 split seat, not a 60-40. All three heads have a head. I mean, all three headrests are adjustable. The dashboard design is so amazing. It looks so freaking awesome. It's mind-boggling actually. I don't like the rear seat comfort as such because of the under thigh support being lacking, but most people really don't care about it because they are going to end up driving the car. That's the reason we are going to be getting ahead. And firstly, let me tell you, they have actually made some changes from the X5, which is actually a good thing as well. Now, of course, the seat gets multiple way adjustment along with for lumbar too, which is really nice. Under thigh support is not an issue here because you can obviously increase the under thigh support. That's also cool. And of course, both the seats get electric adjust. Seats are really comfortable. Look at the bolstering, super duper awesome. Quality levels are fantastic, phenomenal quality levels of this car. Very nice indeed. Of course, that ambient light which blinks here when you open the door, that's cool. These are the controls for the power windows. These are the controls to lock or unlock the car, of course. And obviously memory seats, you can save up to 2 people settings, only for the driver, not for the co-passenger. No memory seats for that person. I'm so sorry about that. And this is actually to open the boot of the car, so you can open the boot from here itself. That's also kind of cool. Okay, door pockets are big enough as well. And this is to open the hood of the car. You just press it twice, the hood opens. You don't have to actually click on a lever. Proper dead pedal there. Okay, brake pedal actually shows you the shape of an aircraft. That doesn't make sense because you're going to be stopping, not flying or taking off. Alright, there's a secret storage compartment here for your cigarettes. These are the controls for the headlights. Obviously, automatic headlights. This is for front fog, this is for rear fog, and this is for parking function. And I mean, all the functions are here. Automatic function, obviously, automatic headlights, that is. Now it says Harman Kardon right here because obviously it gets a state-of-the-art audio system. In fact, you can opt for a multitude of things. I've just come ahead to show you the indicator, which is also kind of cool. But you know what, at this price or either in this segment, you should get dynamic swipe indicators like Audi, of course. Now, what I was telling you, you can opt for a lot of stuff like access height, which is you can actually reduce the ride height of the car while getting in. This remote doesn't offer you much, okay? This remote really doesn't offer you much. It's very basic. Okay, you can actually turn on the car to set temperature to cool it down. It's giving you range information, vehicle information, and you can lock or unlock the car. But that's about it. Unlike the X5, wherein you can actually reduce the ride height of the car by actually using the remote, that function is not available here, which is surprising and shocking and disappointing as well. And in the sedans, obviously, you can move the car ahead or behind with the remote function. That's also not there. In fact, this car misses out on certain features which are there in the X5, or maybe BMW India did not bother to option all those over here. So here you see, it's kind of blank. It's actually blank, not kind of blank, because here in the X5 is the ride height control. So no off-road modes available. Now, of course, you can option all of those. Now, this looks really neat. Let's open this. Yeah. Now, what change they have done is, look at this. Okay, now this is actually the wireless charging pad of the car. In the X5, it was vertical. Here it is horizontal. So in the X5, in order to charge your phone, you have to keep it like this. And then this key would slide down and stop charging. If your phone is of smaller size, it would slide down and stop charging. But now they have made a change here, which is actually nice because they have given a small compartment here for the key, I believe. Not for the key, because the key charges from here. So now you see the key is on charge and it overheats. That's another problem. That's why in some of the cars now it says the wireless charging pad is cooled. There are twin cup holders. This is actually the regular key of the car. Now, you know what? This is an ashtray and there is a cockroach which was dead. I didn't kill it. There is a cigarette lighter here as well. And you know what, it gets the cooling and heating function as well. That is so freaking cool. So you can cool or heat your drinks. That's so nice. Okay, this is basically an ashtray which I find it very difficult to open with one hand. Ambient lighting looks super duper awesome. Now again, BMW India did not bother to option this car with the crystal cut glass gear lever, which is disappointing. This is a regular gear lever. That one has X on the inside. That looks super cool as well, which is there on the X5. Now, engine start button, the drive modes, adaptive, eco pro, comfort and sport. This is the auto hold function. This is the electric parking brake. This is the downhill assist. This is the stop start system. You can turn it on or off. This is the parking sensor button, and this is the traction control button. Now these are obviously for the iDrive controller, and this is actually the iDrive controller. Really very nice and slick. In fact, you know what, the quality of this is super duper awesome. You see there are a ton of buttons here, and look at this. Okay, I can just touch and move them. I'm just touching and moving them. The inputs for the infotainment system are absolutely mind-blowing. BMW has absolutely nailed it. In fact, even the quality levels are super duper awesome. The car feels so good in terms of the fit and finish. It's faultless. It's absolutely faultless. Now this is a lockable glove box. The glove box is not really big as such. Meanwhile, below the front center armrest, there's a lot of storage space along with a USB-C charging socket as well. Yeah, there's a USB-C charging socket as well. Lovely treatment. In fact, it's phenomenal with the way this car is finished. Now there are a lot of controls here. These are obviously for the air conditioning, and there's a display here for the air conditioning. It's a dual zone climate control system at the front. You can see that it works really well as well, obviously. Now the good thing here is that this infotainment system is fantastic. However, there's nothing new here because this is the same which we have seen in a lot of other BMW cars. It takes inputs in a slew of ways. Obviously, it's a touch screen, which means that it's so easy to browse through it, and the maps are so amazing. The navigation data is just mind-blowing. I mean, the quality and graphics is so good. Of course, I can use this as well to browse through it, and I can use voice commands too. Hey BMW!
Hello, what can I help you with?
I am feeling hot.
No problem, I am lowering the temperature, so it will be more comfortable shortly.
Well, that is smartness. I mean, of course, it works really nicely. And of course, you've got gesture control too. Let's play an audio right away. Audio quality is fantastic because obviously it gets Harman Kardon speakers, and yeah, the audio quality is amazing. However, this I think is a subwoofer or something of that speaker. So cheap, not expected in a car of this price. Auto dimming inside your view mirror. Light placement is here. Lights are actually quite bright as well. Yeah, you just press this button and the lights activate. Here you see, obviously you get a mirror along with the light. There is the microphone. Same is the case here as well. Mirror along with the light and a microphone here too. Now the good thing is that the center console is a bit tilted towards the driver, giving you a better feel while driving, of course. And the steering wheel is a little bit too thick. It is the M steering wheel. It says M right here. These are the controls for the cruise control. These are the controls for the audio functions, and of course for voice commands and to pick up a call. But before that, let's open the sunroof. So you see, it is not really big as such because obviously the roof line is sloping in this car, and you press it once again there to open the glass as well. Now, what I would have really liked is if it had got the Sky Lounge as standard, because it should differentiate itself from the X5, but it does not. You have to actually option for it. Sky Lounge is basically ambient lighting is here as well, and there are 11 ambient light colors. I don't know the logic of 11 when Mercedes is offering you 64 freaking ambient light colors. So this infotainment system is a regular affair. So you get into car, and I love the graphics. Get into settings, you see how it is actually turning. This is so amazing, so nice, very slick to use. We're straight away going to get into interior lighting, and there you see there are 11 colors on offer. The colors are nice, but you know, kind of feel lacking when you compare to Mercedes. BMW still is stuck on so less colors. Come on BMW, up your ambient lighting game right now. Alright, now you've got a lot of information here, but the displays is interesting because here you can change the displays. Now these displays are basically the ones for the drive modes, which are not that interesting. I'll tell you why. Now this car also gets a heads-up display, which you can see right there. That is the heads-up display. It's a little small though, but you can actually see it properly when driving. It tells you what is the speed. It tells you for calls, navigation, and all those things. Obviously, now if I want to see more, I can just press this button there. It's saying radio and whatnot. Now this button is to control the heads-up display information. So how do you control the instrument cluster information? There's this button called BC. Okay, you press this button there. Actually, it's showing me how much power and torque is being used in real time. So here I'm going to just change it. There it's the G-force meter which has come. It's telling me what is the media output and what is the drive mode and various other information. And there's a beautiful map in the center as well. You can see this map in the center. That's also fluid. In fact, tells you exactly your location each and every given moment. However, no matter how much I try to convince myself that this is a very nice looking instrument cluster. It's not. Yeah, the graphics are rich, the graphics are nice, it feels premium, but it just does feel awkward for a BMW. It just feels too gimmicky somehow and a little bit Verna-ish, if I may. I've explained this a multitude of times. I've explained this also a multitude of times. So there's no point of getting into that right now, because yeah, it's a slick system. This is also good enough in terms of information, just not interesting enough. This of course is quite interesting as well. Let's get into reverse. This is the reverse parking camera of the car. It gets front and rear parking sensors. This always dances, you know. That's also quite nice. And you can see this. Yeah, this is the reverse parking camera, which obviously gets adaptive guidelines, but I'm sure right now you want me to show you something interesting. So you're just going to buckle up and I'm going to show you something known as reversing assistant. So here, I'm going to just click on reversing assistant. Now just see the steering wheel, okay? Just observe right now the steering wheel. I'm going to let off the brakes. And what it does is, it actually is able to, you know, just replicate whatever you did in the past 50 meters or so. Yeah, that is how I was actually driving and parking this car right now. Can you believe this? Did I do that? No, it says parking cancelled, display route, whatever. So the thing is, why did I do that? Simply because I wanted to show you the steering wheel in complete motion. That's so cool! And it's got park assist as well. Basically, park assist is this, what do you call it? The front and rear parking sensors. But ironically, it doesn't get the bird's eye view, and self park is also not there. So a lot of features are actually missing in this car, which you can option for. So BMW wants your money. And paddle shifters are nice, good quality. These are the controls for the wipers, of course. Automatic wipers, lot of spray on offer. No wiper at the rear, no washer at the rear. So cost cutting has been done there. Actually, it's not physically possible only. These are the controls for the indicators of the car. And as I see it, this is a less practical version of the X5. However, a very, very, very appealing version nonetheless. Let's get driving right away.